Then it's that time of year. Find out what to look for in a Christmas tree and where to get one to support a great cause.
SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Franqui. This is the Boys and Girls Club Miami-Dade. It's their famous Christmas tree lot that pops up here every year, and you've got about a week to get a tree because they go fast. There's not many traditions in Miami that are 70 years old, but this one is. And we're going to learn more about this Christmas tree lot, what you can get here, and what the Boys and Girls Club does year-round when we meet Alex in just a second. He's also going to give us a few tips to pick your tree, to take care of it, and then throughout the episode, we'll tell you about taking care of your Christmas tree as well. So let's find Alex and learn more. This is Alex. He's the president of the Boys and Girls Club Miami-Dade, and we are at their Christmas tree lot. Alex, thanks for having us here today.
Thanks for being here.
Of course. So tell me, what goes on here?
This is a great time of year when we do our annual Christmas tree fundraiser. We have about 7 years of history of doing this. Wow. And the goal here is really to sell these trees and raise money for the Boys and Girls Clubs and all the programs that happen at all the 6 different locations we have.
For those that aren't familiar, what does the Boys and Girls Club do?
Well, I mean, our job is pretty simple. It's really to provide a safe place for kids when they're not in school to be with us. It is for every child from the age of 5 and up all the way to high school. We have teen programs specifically geared towards teen, where we do career readiness and we do all these type of things, whether they're going to college, get them ready for SATs, all those type of things. The idea is to be that one-stop shop where kids can come in the afternoon and have a great time, get new friends, and at the same time just grow here.
If people would like to help out the Boys and Girls Club or participate, how can they?
Well, there's various options. Obviously, one is to volunteer. We're always looking for good mentors, whether it's with our sports programs, we need coaches, or just they want to contribute.
And how can they find out more information about that if they'd like to?
Well, they can either call us at 305-446-9910, or they can go to our website, bgcmia.org, and they can get more information, and we'd be more than happy to do that. I mean, we're only as good as a community that helps us out in the corporations that get involved with us.
That's great. Do you have anything else happening for the holidays?
We have a lot of holiday parties at the clubs where you know, the kids get presents, and we have parties, and the idea is so they can have something before the holidays, before they go home. So it's kind of fun to do that, and there's one big celebration at each different location. We do that.
Great. Well, we're going to take a look around, give some people some Christmas tree care tips. But before we continue on, do you have any basic tips that you want people to know when taking care of their Christmas tree that they get here?
Well, yeah, there's a couple tips that you really need to look for when you're buying a tree. One is you want to kind of pull on that branch a little bit, make sure that the needles aren't falling off. That's a sign of freshness. And then the other one is once you get it home and you put water in it, make sure you put first time warm water. That helps break the sap down so the tree can suck a lot of water up.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to share some more tips along with you. Alex, thanks for having us here today. We're at the Boys and Girls Club Miami-Dade Christmas tree lot. If you want a tree, you'll have to act quickly because they'll be gone within about a week, we hear. And earlier, Alex told us how to pick a tree. But what do you do once you pick the tree? Well, you need to cut off about ½ inch from the bottom of the tree, also known as the trunk. And you might hear the chainsaws around us here today. That's exactly what they do right here for you. But once that's been done, you need to get that tree into water within about a 6 to 8 hour window of time. And how much water, you ask? Great question. That depends on the diameter of the trunk. For every inch in diameter, you need to add 1 quart of water, preferably warm water, like we heard earlier from Alex, to help break down any sap that may have built up and so that your tree will drink it up nice and quickly. It would be a shame if something were to happen to it. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Franqui at the Boys and Girls Club Miami-Dade Christmas Tree Lot. We're giving you some tips to take care of your live Christmas tree once you've picked one. So you've got it in your house, it's in water, and you're happy with it. Great. Now, where do we put it? Well, it might be tempting to put it by a window to get that natural light hitting it. However, that's going to dry out the tree, so you want to avoid as much sunlight as you can. Plus, you want to keep it cooler. The hotter the tree gets, the faster it's going to go bad. The cooler it is, the longer it'll last for you. We're wrapping up our time at the Boys and Girls Club Miami-Dade Christmas Tree Lot. We've learned how to pick a good tree, how to make sure that we get it home safely and get it the water that it needs, and then how to make it last a little bit longer by keeping it away from the heat and keeping it cool in your home. Do know how to at least make your tree last a little bit longer once you do decide to decorate it. The name of the game is heat. If you're going to put lights in your tree, which it's Christmas time, you should, you make sure that you choose lights that are cooler and not emitting as much heat. These days, we have LED options that are much lower in emitting heat. And if you don't have LED lights, try to use mini lights. It'll look nicer and last longer and emit less heat onto your tree. Otherwise, figure out the rest, because I'm no design expert, but I could hang some stuff on a tree if you give me some ornaments. That's all we have for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thanks so much for watching. As always, you can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health on SoFloShows.com. You can also follow